Alright, let's have a serious conversation about Fortnite. At the start of Chapter 6, things seemed promising, but over the last year, things have taken a strange turn. Player numbers have been steadily dropping, and we've seen some of the lowest numbers ever, especially with the Star Wars Season 3 and Season 4 events back to back. This goes all the way back to Chapter 4 Season 2, when Epic began showing live player count data. Chapter 6 Season 4 marked an all-time low. Now, I'm not saying that Fortnite, a game with hundreds of thousands of players, at any moment is dead. That would be ridiculous, but it's clear that Fortnite has been losing traction and Epic made several missteps during Chapter 6. If these issues aren't addressed, this could continue to slide. You've probably seen other content creators discussing this, but I'm not here to just repeat what they have been saying. Yes, Battle Royale has become stale, the metaverse aspect isn't hitting, and creative needs more work. But I've got fresh insights on why Fortnite's player count struggled during Chapter 6. Let's dive in. The biggest issue is that no one knows what's going on with the game. For those who don't play every day, how do they even know that there is new content? The first time the official Fortnite Twitter account acknowledged Season 6 was 11 days after its release. It's the same story with Fortnite Halloween update, with Q monsters and the Loot Lake Island explosion, nothing from Epic. And don't get me started on core Battle Royale. Yes, they promote the new seasons, but when it comes to adding new weapons and items mid-season, they stay quiet. Epic's marketing and communication have been a disaster. Casual players aren't even reading the posts, and I shouldn't have to rely on Fortnite leakers for information. Back in the day, Epic used to put out detailed patch notes, hype updates on social media, and release trailers for new content. Now, it's like the only thing they promote are collab skins in the item shop. People should be hearing about gameplay updates and live events, not just crickets from Epic. It's no surprise that Battle Royale and OG had such a low player count recently. Even if the game isn't in a perfect shape, no one is going to look at AI generated food pictures on a streamer's video and think, okay, now I want to play Fortnite. Epic's marketing has become lazy, and better communication would bring in more casual players. It feels like only the hardcore fans are in the know. Now let's focus on Chapter 6 Season 4, a complete mess. It was clear that it wasn't planned or play tested properly. Epic's notorious for releasing overpowered items only to nerf them a week later, but this time it wasn't just one. The new rocket launcher, the wreck revolver, double pump exotics, shockwave launchers, and medallions were all widely unbalanced. It was fun at first, but it made gameplay frustrating, especially if you weren't the first to get the movement medallions. As expected, Epic made changes, but it took too long to do that. Speaking of weapons, Epic also brought in items from previous chapters, which didn't sit right with me. It's clear that Epic's handling of chapters, with each one having its own version of classic weapons, is not working. Another issue is the short length of chapters, which is hurting the game. At first, the excitement of the new chapter every year and a new map in December was great, but now it's just predictable. We know we're getting a new map every year, but after Chapter 3 and beyond, it doesn't feel as special anymore. The memories of Chapter 2 and the anticipation of the new map are still fresh. Now the Battle Royale map changes are constant. When players return after a long break, they're likely greeted with an entirely new map, so much that it doesn't feel like Fortnite. If they get their act together, they can definitely bring the player base back in a meaningful way. For now, I'm still here, but I'm hoping Epic can turn this around for the next chapter.